Avast me bloomin' cockroaches! Today we be reviewing Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales. Or, if you're living in the UK, Pirates of the Caribbean, Salazar's Revenge. Disney, don't know why you did that. Okay, for the sake of this review, we're just going to be referring to this movie as Pirates 5. The movie is set 5 years after the last Pirates of the Caribbean movie, On Stranger Tides. Jack Sparrow was without a ship and without a crew. He's now down on his luck. He is drunker and more of a loser than ever before. But strangely enough, Jack Sparrow isn't really the main hero of this movie. The main hero in this movie comes in the form of young Australian actor Brendan Thwaites, who portrays Henry Turner, the son of Will Turner and Elizabeth Swan from the original Pirates of the Caribbean trilogy. Of course, at the end of the original Pirates trilogy, Will Turner killed Davy Jones by stabbing his heart, and in effect he then became the captain of the Flying Dutchman, cursed and destined to sail the world, only being able to land on shore every 10 years. Knowing about the curse of his father, Henry Turner has always wanted to save him from the curse. He devotes his whole young life trying to figure out how to save his father from the curse. When he's around 19 and 20 years old, he figures it out. He needs to find the Trident of Poseidon. This is the only thing that can break the curse. Of course, Henry Turner has heard all the old stories about his father fighting alongside Jack Sparrow, and he knows that the only man who can help him find the Trident of Poseidon is Jack. Now, Jack, on the other hand, has got himself in a little bit of trouble. Captain Salazar, a ghost zombie pirate sort of thing, is out for revenge on Jack Sparrow for one reason or another, which you'll find out during the film. And Jack also needs the Trident of Poseidon to defeat Captain Salazar. See where we're going with this? So young Mr. Turner and Jack Sparrow team up to try and find the Trident of Poseidon. Along the way, they meet up with Karina, a young horologist portrayed by Kaya Scodelario. Now, Karina is the only one who holds the map to find the Trident of Poseidon. So really everyone's just finding everyone to try and help them find this trident. Captain Barbossa, when he finds out that Jack Sparrow is after the Trident of Poseidon, of course, he wants to go after the Trident of Poseidon as well. When Captain Salazar finds out that Barbossa is after the Trident of Poseidon and that Captain Barbossa can lead Salazar to Jack Sparrow, Captain Salazar basically holds Barbossa hostage and makes him lead him in the direction of Jack Sparrow. If it sounds like I'm throwing heaps of spoilers at you, I promise you I'm not. This is like the first 15-20 minutes of the movie. Yes, the movie really is that busy and it is a little bit confusing at the beginning. I'm not going to say anything else because anything else I will say really will be a spoiler. Is the movie any good? That's the question that's going to be on everyone's lips. Of course, Pirates of the Caribbean Curse of the Black Pearl is an incredible movie. Everyone really loved it. The second, third and fourth movie really left a bad taste in people's mouths. So is Pirates of the Caribbean 5 an upgrade or is it on the same level as, say, On Stranger Tides? I'm happy to say that this movie actually is really good. This is the best Pirates of the Caribbean movie we've had in a very long time. All the lead roles here are absolutely fantastic. Brendan Thwaites and Kaya Scodelario are really good in this movie. In fact, they're even better than Keira Knightley and Orlando Bloom in the original films. When I rewatched them recently, I realized just how bad their acting really is in those movies. Javier Bardem is incredible as always as Captain Salazar. He delivers this incredibly powerful and amazing performance, which is definitely the best villain that the Pirates franchise has had since Captain Barbossa in Curse of the Black Pearl. Jack Sparrow, on the other hand, I kind of find it a little bit worrying that the main character of the movie is probably also the worst part about the movie. I think by this point I'm kind of a little bit tired of both Johnny Depp and Jack Sparrow. It seems to me that these days Johnny Depp is always starring in movies as Johnny Depp, playing Johnny Depp as Johnny Depp. Really feels like this time around with the character of Jack Sparrow, it's forced. It doesn't feel natural. It doesn't feel like Jack Sparrow has the same spark that he did in the original trilogy of movies. And once again, it feels really forced. And it almost feels as if it's like Johnny Depp is doing an impersonation of Johnny Depp doing Jack Sparrow. Once the movie kicks off a little bit and you get into it, it's not so bad. But at the very beginning, it almost feels like it's almost too much. And it's almost like he's just doing it because he has to do it. When the movie is at its highs, it's really good. And when it's at its lows, it's okay. It's not terrible. The first act of the movie is a little bit shaky. It's a little bit full on. The comedy is like really in your face. I mean, it always has been in the Pirates movies and I've loved it in the past movies, but it almost feels like with each coming movie, they just try and push more and more and try and outdo themselves. They don't need to do that. So the first act of the movie felt just very in your face. When it gets into the main bulk of the movie, it's really good. The last act was a little bit rocky, but it ends on a really high note, and I think that's the main thing. You have to walk out of the cinema with that last scene just needs to leave you with a smile on your face, and it did with this movie. So where do I rank this amongst all the other Pirates of the Caribbean films? It's definitely not the worst, but it's not the best. I would say that Pirates of the Caribbean Curse of the Black Pearl is still the #1 best movie of all of them. Then I'd probably put Pirates 5 at #2. It's kind of hard for me to say that because I really do love the second and the third movie. Again, a lot of people don't like them, but I think that is... The two movies were originally planned to be one film, and then at the last minute they decided to split them up into two movies. So where you initially should have had one really strong movie, it was split up into two halves of a story, two half movies that really don't stand on their own. You can't watch Pirates 2 or Pirates 3 on their own. It needs the other one to complement, so as standalone films, they're very weak. But if they were left as one movie, I think it would have been a really strong story. Pirates of the Caribbean 5, it has the advantage of being a very strong, solid story, which stands on its own. This definitely could be watched as a singular film, so this slots into the second place, closely followed by Pirates 2 and 3, and then we'll chuck Stranger Tides right down the bottom. I mean, I enjoy Stranger Tides, but yeah, it's really not a great movie. So that's Pirates of the Caribbean 5. I really did enjoy this movie, but then again, it's not the greatest. It's a lot of fun, and that's all you want from a Pirates movie, to just go in, have some great swashbuckling adventure, have some laughs, and just have a good, fun, enjoyable ride. And that's exactly what Pirates of the Caribbean 5 is. And I think at that, I would probably I'd give Pirates 5 a solid 3.5 pieces of 8. Pirates of the Caribbean 5 opens in Australia and the UK this Thursday, the 25th of May, and it opens in the United States on Friday, the 26th of May. That's the end of my review. If you're a fan of the Pirates of the Caribbean films, you'll really enjoy this movie, so go and check it out. If you're a first-time viewer to my channel, this is the first one of my videos you've stumbled across, and you'd like to see more of my videos in the future, please do me a big solid, and after the jump, hit subscribe. To all my regular viewers, thank you once again for joining me. To absolutely everybody out there, I hope I'll see you again soon. Until next time though, guys, keep a weather eye on the horizon. Oh, that's a really bad apple.